Focal mass. We look at the beginner guide to composition and we're going to focus on focal mass. So focal mass has a mass of objects with other objects or things trailing off from the sides. I like to think of it in terms of ants finding dessert. So they have a trail and they go to the area of the sweets and then they leave to take the cookie or candy or dessert to their ant home. And here's the ants in mass. And we want to make sure we have a center area and then end trails, ants leaving off from an end. Here we have a focal, we have a mass. So here we have a mass of something, but we don't really have the end part. Or here we have a mass of onions, but we don't really have the end part where they're separating from the mass, or a bunch of rocks, or a bunch of potpourri, or even these rubber bands. These are in clusters of mass. What we want instead is where we have a mass and several objects or things going off from the sides. So here we have, these looks like some kind of, bottle caps. We have a center cluster and the ends. Or here we have paper, or which is a really good one, it's very popular with students, is a cable. So in the end, in the middle, we have a cluster and two ends. Or here we have a cluster and then one end, or an extension, or a cord, a cable. Here's some rubber bands. We have to have a mass and then objects leaving the mass. Some coins or some beans or some candy. So once again, we need a cluster and objects going away from the cluster.